Welcome back to the Force 9 YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Liverpool save, and I hope everybody had a very nice Christmas. I've had a few days to recharge my batteries and just sort of refresh myself, and we're going to be back with some videos today. We're starting with the Community Shield against Man City. It's the second season of the Liverpool save. We've gone through most of the summer transfer window. There is actually only a week left, and I'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. We're back with the videos. Also want to say thank you because the channel hit 400 subscribers late Christmas Eve, I think it was. It was either that or it was on Christmas Day. So thank you very much for that. We're going to keep going with this Liverpool save, and I know I said I was going to take a break from FM, but after that I will try to come up with a new save because I do want to try and carry on with it. You know, hitting 400 and having that little break has kind of revitalised my love for the game because, you know, I haven't played it for a while, so it's good to be back with it. We're going to keep it going for the time being anyway. If you are enjoying the videos, make sure you do drop a like down below. It really does help the channel. Make sure you leave comments as well, and if you want to see videos as and when this and up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Let's see how long it'll take to get to 500. That's like the big one for me. I've always wanted this to get at least 500 subs. It's taken about 3 years so far, but if I can get to 500 subs, that would be just absolutely fantastic. So do help me out with that. So before we get into the Man City game, we do have the business of transfers to go through. It's been a bit quieter than I would have thought it would have been, but let's see what has happened. So just to recap, if people don't remember what's been going on. So Danny Ings has gone to Watford. That fee is £10 million. Danny Ward was third choice goalkeeper. He's gone to Celtic. That cost at £1.6 million. And the big transfer is Emre Can, who's gone to PSG. And that fee is £75 million, which did mean that we had just shy of £200 million in the transfer budget. I think it was £192 million. So plenty of money to spend, but more than I know what to do with. The most recent development is that Luis Karius has left the club. He's gone to Stoke, and the value is £15 million for Karius to go. I think that's good. You know, he was never going to be a first choice. You know, he was playing second fiddle to Mignolet, and Mignolet was very good last season. So Karius only played in the cup games and I think 1 or 2 league games. So yeah, you know, it made sense to try and get some money for him. 15 million's not bad. We might have been able to get a bit more. He's valued at 17.75 now, so we could have tried to get a bit more, but 15 million, I'm pretty happy with that. That's the only departures of note. There's a couple of players that have gone out on loan and a couple that have been released from their contract. In terms of incoming, of course, Naby Keita is one that was already organised before the game came out. That was going to happen anyway. And Naby Keita's done very well pre-season. He's got a couple of goals to his name. We've only signed one other player, and it is another goalkeeper. We paid £32.5 million for Jack Butland. He has got a dislocated shoulder, but he is only going to be out for about another day. So he should be ready for the first league game. As you can see, the transfer window closes in less than a week. And I didn't realise that, you know, they've imposed the rule that the transfer window will now close just before the season starts. I didn't realise that was implemented into Football Manager. I was, you know, thinking I've got about 3 weeks left of the transfer window until the 1st of September. No, it actually closes the day before the league starts. So I only have about 4 days to do my business, and I've got plenty of money still to spend, and I've got a couple of targets. I'll also point out that Dominic Solanke is probably going to be on his way. We've had a couple of others accepted, one from Bournemouth and one from Stoke. He was never going to get into the team, and we have Divock Origi back now, so he will play sort of ahead of Solanke. So Solanke at the moment is looking to be like a 4th choice striker. He will never play, so it makes sense to just try and sell him on and get a bit of money from that. But the one position that we are looking to bring in a player is left back. And this will essentially be an upgrade on Alberto Moreno. But we've gone for these players, and Moreno has said, you know, I'm a bit worried about you signing these left backs. Makes me feel like I'm going to be expendable to the club, and you're trying to force me out. I said that's not the case. Everyone's going to have a chance to fight for their place. He wasn't having it, so yeah, they're not very happy with that. Jordan Henderson was also asked for a new contract. He's got a couple of years left on his deal. We did offer him a contract, but he rejected. It was more than double what he's on now. I think it was about $230,000 a week, so rather a lot of money. I think if we could try and meet in the middle, go for about 160, that would work. But yeah, he did reject our first offer. We'll try again later though. So regarding left backs, we've got a couple of players that we're sort of going for at the moment. One is Alexandro, the Juventus left back from Brazil, who is a scout summary of 86, would be a superb signing. Great as a wing back, got the first touch, got the dribbling, really good crossing, technique is great, mentals are good, physically, fantastic. So I'd like to try and get him. The money is kind of high. We've bid, 60 million plus. It's an awful lot of money, especially for a defender. But I think, if we've got this much money to play with, then we have to spend it. And I think this is the one area that we do need to try and improve a player. Because I think in terms of attacking options, we've got loads. And, guys like Mane and Coutinho, they've attracted interest in the past, but there's been no massive offers made. Spurs did make an offer for Mane, but it was not a massive amount. It was around 50 million, I think. So I want, 80. For Mane, so that was rejected automatically because I said reject offers below 80 million, so that was rejected. Coutinho though, no offers have been made, so I said it, unless they make massive offers, then these guys aren't going. But if they are going to offer 80 million plus, then they'll go. But nothing's been actually offered, so that's all that's going to happen there. The other left back we were looking at is the French left back Lucas Digne from Barcelona, and we did get as far as a contract for Digne, but we couldn't come to an agreement. Now we're waiting for him to be open to negotiations again. We have made a couple of offers. We triggered a release clause of £53 million. Can we make another offer? Yeah, we can make another offer. It's the release clause of 53 million, which I think is fine. But the last time we went to a contract, he wasn't happy to re-enter negotiations just yet. So we are a bit of a stalemate with Digne, and time is running out. As I said, there's only a few days left. And I'm not really seeing anyone else that I'm really interested in going for. Antonio Barreca could be one. A wing back, plays for Torino. Would be the second Torino player we signed after Belotti from last season. His value would be 13.25 million. I don't know how old this scout report is though. Oh, it's fairly recent actually, so that's very cheap. And is it an upgrade on Moreno? Possibly. Let's compare the two. So if we compare the two, we can see that Moreno is actually better in some areas. Mentally and physically he looks better, but on the technical side, some of the attributes are a bit better, although I think defensively Moreno is a little bit better. So I don't think Barreca would necessarily be an upgrade. He'd be more of an equivalent to Moreno. But otherwise, none of these players really jump out at me as being fantastic left backs. We want the guys that are up here, like the Sandros. I mean, Grimaldo. I mean, look at the value on that. That's just an insane amount of money. Federico Rica is on loan at the moment, so we won't get him. We did look at Kolasinac before, but if we actually have a look at his stats as like a wingback, his crossing's not great. Neither is his passing. As a defensive fullback, in terms of actually making tackles and winning the ball, he's great. But I like my wingbacks to really push on and, do as much attacking as they do defending, and Kolasinac doesn't really look like he's very good at it. 11 crossing and 10 passing is not great. But anyway, before we get into any other transfer developments, we will play through to the end of the window and see what happens. But we are going to play a match today, and it is the Community Shield against Manchester City, who are runners-up in the Premier League. Of course, we won the league and the FA Cup and the EFL Cup in the first season. Only thing we missed out on was Champions League. So, Community Shield is against Man City. And this is the formation, the tactic we're going to go with. We do need to sort out a subs bench, but this is probably going to be the first 11. I think it almost will be. So, Mignolet will play in goal. Jack Butler not quite ready to make his debut just yet. The back four, Alberto Moreno will keep his place for now, even though he's a little bit unhappy. The back two, Nastasic and Gomez we're going with. Matip and Lovren have had their fair share of appearances pre-season. Johnny playing at right back. It's very tough to choose between our right backs at the moment. They're all very good. Johnny Klein and Trent Alexander-Arnold. But we're going to go with Johnny for this game. In midfield, I've got a Naby Keita playing a bit deeper as the roaming playmaker. Jordan Henderson, the captain, as the Mezzala. And then I've got Roberto Firmino playing in that number 10 role, Salah on the left, Sadio Mane on the right, and Andrea Belotti, the top scorer from last season, playing up top. We do have to sort out a bench, but I didn't actually show you the rest of my pre-season fixtures, so we will do that very quickly. So I believe last time we met, we did see the 4-1 win over MTK. Milner scored, Ox scored, and Belotti got 2. We defeated Huddersfield in the semi-finals of a friendly cup. Mane scored, Firmino got 2, and Sturridge got 1. In the final of the cup, we played Mouscron, who I think are a Belgian side. Suat Serdar scored a goal, a defensive midfielder who we signed last January. He went out on loan to Bristol City, did pretty well. He's come back, and I feel like if he's needed for the first team, he can definitely come in. He looks pretty decent, and he's got a bit of potential about him as a 21-year-old German. So, if we do need like a defensive midfielder, then I'm sure he can play. But yeah, he got a goal in that game, and then Coutinho scored, and Oxlade-Chamberlain scored. Against Sheffield United, we won 2-1. Naby Keita scored in this game, as did James Milner from the bench. Dubek got 1 back for Sheffield. Against Tranmere, we won 4-0. Mane got 2. Joe Gomez got 1. And Ben Woodburn got 1 as well. Against Teplice of the Czech Republic, Coutinho scored and Harry Wilson scored in a 2-0 win. And finally, a game against a Greek side, Atromitos, 5-0 in Greece. Coutinho scored, Keita scored, Joe Gomez with 2 goals, and Jordan Henderson scoring as well. So a very comfortable pre-season. We won all of our games, so that was fine. The tactic-wise, we've got standard mentality, fluid shape, instructions. We're clearing the ball to the flanks, working the ball into the box, dribbling less, and being more expressive. Man City, very strong side. Bravo, Mendy, Stones, Company, Walker. Toussaint, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Sanchez, and Aguero. Toussaint is a player I'm not familiar with. Must be a recent signing. It is from Lyon. £13 million for the defensive midfielder. Looks pretty decent, actually. Okay, we are underway in the Community Shield. Let's see if we can add to our trophy collection of 2018. We've got 3 trophies. Can we make it a 4th with the Community Shield? We've got a throw in here. 4 minutes into the game. Well, 5 almost. Naby Keita to Roberto Firmino. Here's Andrea Belotti. And Jordan Henderson with a shot, and it's hit the bar and it comes away. Good chance there to break the deadlock early on, but only the woodwork. So far, plenty of possession. Similar number of shots. I don't think City have hit the target yet, though. Potential chance here, though. Belotti to Mohamed Salah. And plays it to Moreno. Can we work it with the overlap? Here's Salah. And Belotti. That is the header's won by another player. Mane with the cross. Mendy away. It's still with Mane. Here's Jordan Henderson. And Naby Keita. And Keita just wide. Good opportunity again. Couple of decent chances for us in the first half. Corner here, Jordan Henderson with it. It's headed away by Stones. Firmino will chase this down. And Firmino to Naby Keita. We've got a couple of goals pre-season. Here's Nastasic to Mohamed Salah. And Salah with the cross. And it's an own goal, I think, by Vincent Kompany. It has gone down as an own goal. It is a 1-0 lead, but it was an own goal. It wasn't scored by us. I think Belotti would have been there anyway. But we do have a 1-0 lead. Nastasic to Mohamed Salah, and Salah's cross was diverted in by Kompany. Firmino to Belotti, Henderson, got Mane to his right, picks him out, and can Mane get a shot in there? It's Belotti, and it's off the line by Walker. Despite the fact that we haven't actually scored a goal, it was an own goal. We look good value at half time. Not going to change anything tactically, we're doing well, we just haven't scored a goal ourselves yet, so make it 2-0, just make it nice and comfortable, although this is Liverpool. 2-0 leads tend to be less comfortable than 1-0 leads sometimes. Oh, Man City forced into a change as well now. Silva off injured, Gabriel Jesus is on. Approaching the hour. Right, I do want to try and change something because we haven't scored. It was an own goal. Going to change Belotti to an advanced forward. I'm going to bring on Coutinho for Firmino. And I'm going to make Henderson a box-to-box midfielder. That's all I'm going to do. But one substitution made. Coutinho on for Firmino. But, could be a bit better. There we go. Mane with the goal. Belotti with the assist. 66 minutes played. 2-0. And we finally have a goal for ourselves. Henderson's corner headed away by Vincent Kompany. And then Belotti to Mane. And Mane first time with the right foot. 2-0. And now we can begin to, relax a bit. Go back to standard. Go back to flexible. And, you know, maybe try and save some players for this first league game. Let's get Belotti off now. Let's bring on Daniel Sturridge. But yeah, a good performance. You know, we dominated this game. City still haven't had a shot on target. Alright, I've got one more change to make. I'm going to bring on Milner for Keita. I'm just going to make Milner the Mazzala, and we'll play Henderson as DLP defend. And just go defensive for the last few minutes. And yeah, Community Shield win. So it's another trophy. I'll take it. There we go, 5 minutes of injury time are up, and there it is, there you go, 2-0 win. And once again we see the graphic of us lifting, well, it's a trophy, but it's also a shield, so, you know, I guess I've only got one, you can't make it a shield, it's always going to be a trophy, but it's more silverware. Okay, so the Lucas Digne transfer, they are interested in negotiations again, so we're going to go first team player, and win the Champions League in 1920. Let's suggest that. They're happy. Let's finalise promises. So now we should be able to offer a contract. Now, I do want to get this tied down before the window shuts. So we might have to pay him a bit more than I'd like, but let's see what he asked for. Okay, so 5-year contracts. Yeah, I think, you know, that's a given. 145. Recommended limit is 135. Let's start off at 110. Signing on fee is a bit high. Let's put that down to 7.5. Agent fee 6. Winning the Champions League, you can have 600. 25 grand appearance fee, and you can have a 25 clean sheet bonus as well. Unused sub 6. How's that sound? Okay, we're getting somewhere. So now we've got one. Right. Okay, we'll give him 120. You can have 7.5 and 6. How's that? Is that good? There we go. Finalised deal. There we go. Lucas Digne is in the van. We've just got a few days to finalise it. Barnsley have made an offer for Dominic Solanke, but Barnsley 3.6 million up front, and then another 750k and 1.2 million if he plays 50 games, and 30% profit in Excel, 40% profit, and you can have him. Okay, Butland is back in full training, so he might make his debut in the upcoming games. We'll see. Next episode, we will play the first league game, which is against Burnley at Turf Moor, so he might make his first appearance there. We'll see. So the total value of this transfer, Lucas Digne, £60 million. It's fine. We'll accept it. Solanke is going to Barnsley of all places. I'm surprised he chose Barnsley. Add Digne to the squads. So that gives us 25 players. So yeah, like I said, if we are going to sign any more players, we have to sell. But we do still have 93 million in the bank. What we're going to do with it, I've got no idea. I'm very careful with my money, even in real life. I don't like spending unless I have to. So I guess that rings true in Football Manager as well, is that I don't really like spending massive amounts of money. But that is it. The transfer window has now closed, 5 o'clock on August 16th. So we will leave it there for today. There is still 93 million in the bank, but I don't know what to do with it, because I don't know where we need to sign players. I don't think we need any more players, but like I said, if we need to sign someone in January, we've plenty of money to do it. So that is going to do it for today. Next episode, we will face Burnley away in our first Premier League game of the season. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Once again, thank you for 400 subscribers. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and if I don't speak to you before New Year, have a Happy New Year. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Goodbye.